Lot 7 is a belted bred gilt that we've got cataloged here in the middle of the action. This is 212-10. This is a gangster daughter, and we are, I don't want to say all the way through, but we're getting close to farrowing all of our gangster daughters the first time. And this would have been, this was kind of an off-age female here. And the gangsters are everything I hoped they would be from a female standpoint. And, gangster came from a long line of sows that were prolific in our program. And you could take that a step further and talk about other places where they worked. If you go back to the Leo daughter there, lot 3, and listen to my comments about Leo, Leo's mother was a littermate to Gangster's mother, and those secret weapon sows were very influential. And so this one's a gangster on the top side. She's a provoked dirty secret on the bottom side. Her mother was 244-14, and that was one of the top sellers in the sow sale a couple summers ago. We sold all 3 of those 244s. The grandma sow here is 290-8, and she was one of the top sellers in 21. So, key sows. And when I say top seller, they're not important just because they brought a lot of money. They're important because phenotypically, genetically, from a resume standpoint, they had value those days when they sold. They appealed to the masses, and those were good sows that did their job. And I think this is another one in a long line of females that can make an impact for someone's breeding program. We've got this one bred to deep end, and I've always believed that in these bred sales, people they pay attention to due dates and service sires more than they do the actual female. I want to point out here that you're buying a bred gilt, so you're buying her at the ground floor, and we don't do that a lot here in our program. We typically try to do the hard stuff first and then sell them when they're proven. But the public continues to demand bred gilts from us, and they want to buy a few of those, and they want to take the risk. Here's your chance to take a risk on a neat one that's got a lot of neat pieces genetically and phenotypically. She's bred to deep end, which is an absolute son that we used a lot this past season. We farrowed a lot of deep end litters. We've got a handful of boar prospects that we've kept. We've sold a handful of bear prospects that I think were as good as anything we raised this time. We probably talked about head first more when it was built the brand sale time. And I can tell you, after farrowing the first crop out of both boars and working through them, deep end certainly has his own place, and it might be just as big as head first. And I think you've got to take him to females that have got just a nickel more feature like this one. This one's got a big head, a big stout skull. She's very broad. She's burly. She's moderate. I think those are places where deep end's going to work the best. And again, this is another one due right there in the heart of it all. She's due the 17th of November. So do your homework here if you're in the mood to farrow a gilt. If you want to buy one that's got a big time future and a long working window for a program, I think this one deserves your consideration. This is 212-10. She's cataloged as lot 7. She's a gangster, provoked, dirty, and she's bred to deep end due the 17th of November.